Thank you for joining us. Today I have Dr. John Crues, who's going to talk to me about artificial intelligence in Radnet. Well, it sounds like such a futuristic thing, but it's really happening.
Well, it's really not futuristic at all. Actually, artificial intelligence is basically using the computers to do functions that we've generally thought were things that the human mind would do. Mm-hmm. And it's been in radiology for many years. In fact, one of the first areas that AI was really used in radiology was the creation of the CT scanner.
Okay.
With the CT scanner, you basically put x-rays through the body, but you put them in different directions, and a human being cannot interpret that data. It has to go through a computer which uses that data to create cross-sectional images in the body. Mm-hmm. And so that was really one of the first major breakthroughs of AI in radiology, but nobody called it AI at that time.
Right.
And right now, and the term AI really comes out of the computational world, where people have tried to replace a lot of human intelligence, basically using models in a computer that mimic the way we know nerves function in the human brain. And that's why people started using the term artificial intelligence, because there's a way to create a model of the human brain action, but in a computer.
Okay.
Radnet is using this in a number of different ways right now. The hottest topic most people are interested in is taking images that a human normally looks at and makes a diagnosis or interprets, and having a computer look at that image information and make a similar diagnosis.
Okay.
That may be a very important area of AI in the future, but it's actually only a small area where we're currently using AI right now.
Okay. All right.
Other areas where we're using AI right now is to help in patient billing, to make patient billing much more accurate. Right now, because of all the different insurance companies, all the different models out there, it's very hard for both Radnet and the patients to know what their actual costs are going to be at the time they come in for imaging. And that's uncomfortable for both the patient and for Radnet.
Right.
And so right now we're using AI algorithms to give the patient an accurate estimate of what their bill is going to be at the time that they present. And that's good for both sides.
That's
and then there are less surprises coming down the road.
Exactly.
And so we've currently worked with a group out of Massachusetts General Hospital, where we have a joint venture, and they've developed the algorithms to let us be more accurate in that area.
Okay.
Other areas where AI is being used right now are by the MRI companies, because there we have to take very complex data that has to do with magnetic interactions inside human cells and create an image out of those. And it looks like we can significantly shorten the amount of time a patient has to be in the MRI scanner by using artificial intelligence to let us reconstruct images inside the human body with a lot less data than we've needed in the past.
Oh, that's great.
And give us better images at a faster time period. Okay. So that's also, and all the manufacturers of MRI equipment are actively involved in researching those techniques.
And that's available today?
That is just becoming available today.
Okay, that's
right.
Great. Does that change your costs as a company?
Where it may affect Radnet as a company is it may allow us to do more patients in less time on a given scanner, and therefore have the average cost to us of a scan be less.
Excellent. Excellent. Right. And then how can a patient benefit from having these advances? Obviously, less time, maybe less fear.
There are a lot of different ways where patients will benefit from these, and it's only starting right now. One is it may substantially decrease the amount of time they have to lie in the scanner, which for a lot of people is very uncomfortable to be in that scanner. There's other artificial intelligence to make sure that when you're in the scanner, we get all the information we need. Occasionally now we don't get all the information. The patients have to come back and be rescanned, but artificial intelligence may monitor the data acquisition in real time so that patients don't have to come back.
That's great.
And then there are several ways where artificial intelligence almost certainly will allow us to get more information out of the images, which would benefit the patients and their physician. One is quantitative information, especially in musculoskeletal imaging, may be very important. If they partially remove one of your menisci in their knee, maybe we would really like to know how much of the meniscus is left in place, because that has to tell us a lot about the prognosis of how that joint is going to do in the future. And there are a lot of other areas where quantitative information will be very valuable. Right now, for humans, it's virtually impossible for us to do that. It's extremely time-consuming and not very accurate. But computers are currently being programmed to do that with artificial intelligence to be able to do it instantaneously, much more accurately with humans. So there's a lot more information that can be useful to the patient that we will be able to get out of the same images in the future due to artificial intelligence.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And then how will artificial intelligence change how doctors are practicing the medicine?
Well, it's going to be a profound change for all doctors. Right now, the amount of data that's in the medical system on patients is astronomically large. So large that individual doctors really can't evaluate it all accurately. So a lot of the data that we have, a lot of lab information, imaging information, isn't really efficiently used in patient management because there's just too much of it to use.
Right.
And there are a number of artificial intelligence algorithms right now that can take that huge amount of data, distill it down much more effectively than humans so that all that information can be used in patient management.
Will doctors have to be trained on how to use it, or will it be automatic?
Doctors will have to be trained, but it'll be an ongoing kind of training. It'll never end.
Okay.
As more and more artificial intelligence is developed, it will be gradually implemented into practice. It's like a lot of people, when you initially had cell phones, it was very easy, and then you got smartphones. And right now, if you want to do something on your smartphone, no one is really trained most people how to use an iPhone, but a lot of people are very sophisticated at getting information out of it because they use it on a daily basis.
Exactly.
So a lot of the physician training in AI is going to be and what drives much of what you do on an iPhone is artificial intelligence that's built into the iPhone. That same sort of use of artificial intelligence that most people are used to in a smartphone are going to be throughout medicine, and doctors are going to learn it as they go, most of the time without official training, but with ongoing use and understanding.
And is Radnet currently rolling this out, or is it something that's going to be happening here in the next weeks, months?
New artificial intelligence that people are really interested in right now has not been rolled out yet.
Okay.
We are currently in the planning stages for a number of different ways to do it, and we're testing some of them, but we actually haven't rolled it out into our general practice of medicine yet.
Okay, well, something to look forward to. It sounds very exciting.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time.
Certainly, Lisa. Thank you.
And if you'd like more information about what we've just discussed, please visit radnet.com.